For Playwright, we will require two things. First is editor, by which we will be able to create the automation script and execute it. Second thing is environment, by which we will be able to create the Playwright project and run the Playwright automation script, that is Node.js. And why we need Node.js on our system? Just like Java applications, which requires Java runtime environment, JRE or JDK on our system to create and execute Java application. Similarly, for Playwright, JavaScript or TypeScript, we will require Node.js on your system. So since Playwright is built on top of Node.js, Node.js must be installed before we can create and execute any Playwright project. So when we install Node.js on our system, we will get something called as npm node package manager with the Node.js on our system. So primary purpose of npm is to install, update or remove the packages or manage the project dependencies. Okay, so by using the npm, we will be able to install the Playwright on our system. So to check if our system already have the node or npm or the what version of the npm or node is installed, then you can use node-v and I can use npm-v. So in case you get some version over here, then Node.js is already there in your system. You can directly go and install Playwright. So just search install Node.js. So from here you can download Windows installer.msi file. So after download, just open that file and start the installation. Very simple process. Next. So along with the Node.js, we are going to get this npm. So click on the next, and install. Setup done. Click on finish. Now close the command prompt and reopen it and use same command to check the installation. We got versions here, that means node and npm got installed on our system successfully. Now before we install Playwright, we will require editor. So let's go and install VS Editor now. Open the first link, download for Windows and save the executable file. So after download, just start the installation for the VS Code. Again, simple process, just follow it. So it will take some time to completely install the VS Code on your system. So we are done with both the prerequisites for the Playwright. So open the VS Code now. First we need to create the folder in which we will place our Playwright project. Click on open folder. So create the folder first. So this is the folder I am going to use. Now to install the Playwright, we need to open the terminal. So go to terminal and click on new terminal. So for installing Playwright, we will be using npm. So npm space init playwright@latest. So this command will install the latest Playwright version in our system inside this folder. Now as we are using the PowerShell to install the Playwright, our PowerShell is unable to run the npm script due to the security issue. So if you want to use the PowerShell to install the Playwright, we need to set the execution policy. And if you don't want, you can use the command prompt to install the Playwright. So you can open the command prompt inside the VS Code itself. This is the command prompt and same command you can use. So as we are using the command prompt, we will not face that security issue here. Okay, so let's go to PowerShell again and let's set the execution policy. So you need to use this command to set the execution policy. Set execution policy scope current user remote assigned. So currently the scope for current user is undefined. Okay, that is why we are facing this error. Okay, it's done. Let's use the same command to install the Playwright now. Now during the installation, Playwright will ask you different questions. Do you want to use TypeScript or JavaScript? You can use arrows to change your selection. I will keep TypeScript. Enter. Where do you put your end-to-end test? Generally, all our Playwright test will be created under the test folder. So once you install the Playwright, this test folder will be created automatically. Add GitHub Actions workflow. By default, it is true. So with this, it will create .github folder in our Playwright project, and that will be used to run our Playwright test automatically as a part of CI/CD mode. Next question is install Playwright browsers. So Playwright is going to use its own browser to run our Playwright automation script. So by default, true. If you don't want to install the browsers now, you can skip it and you can use this command npx playwright install to download and install the Playwright browsers later. So by default, it is true. So I am going to download all the necessary browsers here. So during whole installation, you will see different files, different folders are automatically generating in our folder now. So after the complete installation, you will see success message here, and Playwright is also showing some useful commands by which we will be able to get started with the Playwright project. To check the version of the Playwright installed on our system, we can use npx. This is not npm is only used to download the packages, but now we are going to execute. So node package execute playwright -- version. So quickly, let's try to understand the purpose of all these files and folders. So let's start with the test folder. So this is the folder where we will write all our Playwright automation test script. So every test case that we will create, whether it is a login or different functionalities in your application, that will be stored inside this test folder. So inside this folder, you can create subfolders, and inside that you can create .ts file to add your Playwright automation script. So by default, Playwright also create a sample test file, example.spec.ts. This file contains 2 sample tests. So by using this, if you are a beginner, you will understand how a Playwright test will look like. Okay, and we will be able to execute this test also. Next important folder is node modules. So whenever we install any npm packages, npm will download that package along with all its required dependencies, and it will be added inside this node modules folder. Since playwright itself is a npm package, we will find the playwright package inside this node modules also. Okay, so all its required libraries will be stored here. So important point about this node modules is we should not or we should never change anything manually inside this folder. Otherwise, you will face some errors in your playwright project. So next important thing is package.json file. Okay, so this file is nothing but identity of your playwright project. This file stores the project related information. For example, your project name, version, description. Then it will also contain different npm script that will be used to run our playwright project. Then it also contains different dependencies that will be required in our playwright automation project. So whenever you add any dev dependency inside this file and save it using the npm install, all the related libraries related to that dependency, all the packages will be downloaded automatically and kept under node modules. So whatever dependencies you will require, just add inside this package.json file. It is very much similar to the Maven project. In the Maven project, you use pom.xml file to add the dependencies. And once you save it, Maven will automatically download all the jar files related to that dependency and keep in our project. You will also notice this package-lock.json file. So the main purpose of this file is to log the exact versions of installed the packages in your playwright project. So this file is going to ensure that every person working on the same project will install exactly same package version, which will avoid unexpected issues in your playwright project. Now next very important file in our playwright project is playwright.config.ts. Probably the most important file in our playwright project. So here you will find different configuration for your playwright project. For example, where your tests are present, where you want to run the test in parallel or not, then retries count, workers count, reporters for your playwright project, then base URL you can configure here, different timeouts, retries, screenshot or configuration related to the videos, and many other settings we can provide inside this playwright-config.ts for our playwright project. Okay, so this file contains different projects. Let's say you want to run your automation on the Chromium based browsers or Firefox or WebKit, you can use these projects. So currently these three projects are added in our playwright.config.ts. So if you run any playwright test, that test will be executed on all these three projects. So we will try to understand this file in much more detail in upcoming videos, but for now this much basic information is sufficient to get started with our playwright project. Let's try to see the next file, .gitignore. So playwright generated .gitignore file. By using this file, or whatever files or whatever folders we will add that we don't want to push to our Git repository, that files we can add inside this gitignore. For example, here I don't want to push node modules, right, or any files from the playwright-report, test results, and all these folders. I don't want to push all those files to my Git repository. And last thing is .github folder. This folder contains this playwright.yml file. This is going to allow your playwright projects to run automatically as a part of your CI/CD pipeline. So in that case, we can use this file. So until now, we have installed the playwright project and we have a basic idea of all the folders and all the important files that playwright automatically generates. So inside the playwright.config.ts, we are getting error here. Cannot find name process. So this is not related to the playwright setup or playwright installation. This is happening because of the TypeScript configuration issue. To resolve this, we will have to create a tsconfig file and we need to add node to its type field. Okay, that is what solution it is showing. So let's try that. So click on new file. We will have to add this data and save it. So this line, this configuration is going to tell the TypeScript to include the Node.js type definition. So once the types definition are loaded, we will not see error inside the playwright.config.ts. So save it and let's go back to the playwright.config.ts. Yes, error is gone now. Now let's see how you can run the playwright project. So we have two sample tests inside this example.spec.ts. Now using the npx playwright command, we will be able to run this test. So npx playwright test, simple command. This command is going to start the execution for all the tests available in our playwright project. And this test, currently we have two tests, and inside the playwright.config.ts we have three projects, right? Three projects are there. So both the tests will be executed for each of this project. Hit enter. So when you start the execution, playwright by default start the execution in the headless mode. So you will not see any browser opening here. So you will see here running 6 tests using 2 workers. That means how 6 tests we got? 2 tests into 3 projects. That means 6 tests. So during the execution, you will see playwright has created some more folder, that is test results. So all the 6 tests got passed. And by default, playwright will provide you a basic HTML report which we can open by using this command, npx playwright show report. And hit enter. This playwright test report is going to give you a basic idea about your execution, like how many tests are there, how many pass, how many fail, how many skip, all those things you will find here. In case if any test is failed, that error also you will be able to see here. So for every test, we are able to see the test step also here. So after the execution, playwright generated these two folders, test results and playwright report. So we just seen this index.html, basic playwright test report. So from here also you will be able to open this report. Just open this HTML file inside any browser on your system. So to quit the report process, I will press Ctrl C here. Now if you want to execute this playwright test on a single project, so same command we will use, npx playwright test space -- project. Okay, this option we need to provide equal to name of your project that you want to execute, whether Chromium, Firefox or WebKit. So anything you can provide, let's say Firefox. So this time only 2 tests should be executed. Okay, so again execution started in the headless mode. So both the tests got passed. Now if you want to run the test in headed mode, that means you want to see the browser, you can use same command again, npx playwright test space -- headed option we need to provide. Execution has completed. So this is how in an easy way you will be able to set up the playwright project on the Windows machine. And using these basic commands you will be able to run the playwright project or automation script in the headed mode or headless mode by default. So that will be all for this session, guys. Let me know if you face any issue in installing the playwright on your system. Thanks for watching.